And I always take pride in saying it rings like a bell. Hi, I'm Miltonchang of Bonsaiheirloom. Today I would demonstrate repotting in the sense of discussing orient the tree appropriately to show off its best, put its best foot forward, and also on pot selection to optimize the display of the tree. And this is a cork oak. I started from a cutting about 20 years ago, and I planted it in the ground and dug it up maybe a cutting 15 years ago, and I dug it up about 5 years ago. In the meantime, as I said, I started cutting them in the ground to shape it, and you can see there are a lot of big cuts that ultimately reduced had the taper and the shape. So let me just do a real quick 5-minute clipping so that we can see what the tree looks like. Let me take it out of the pot. And I use root pruning in the sense I put a mesh underneath of it, but I don't tie the tree into the pot, so it's really easy to take it out and repot. So I basically cut all around to make it easier to come out of the pot. Then I just lift it. You see, it comes right out. And you can see the mesh is right there, and it's starting to break up. This looks like this mosquito mesh has been here for quite a while, so it's starting to break up, decomposing. But you can see it did its root job. Elm tree has very vigorous roots, but there's no big winding roots. It's all fibrous roots. It's really wonderful. The tree should grow very quickly. Now, this pot is really way oversized, too deep relative to the trunk. And also, I like to show more of the roots. So what I'll do is I'll comb out the roots so I can see where I'm going. You can see how beautiful the moss is where I had the chicken manure and the rain. See, just beautiful, beautiful moss that I would save and then put it back on. It would regenerate very quickly. You can see this root is now exposing. You see how beautiful that is? Kind of branching, grasping the earth. So you do want to expose it a little bit each time you repot it, so you see more of the roots, and also increases the size of the trunk, basically the base. The pot needs to be shallower than the trunk diameter. But you can see all beautiful fibrous roots. This is a very healthy tree. And that's what we strive to do, keep our trees really healthy. They just make ramifications so much faster and more beautiful. Okay, so now you can see can be going to a much shallower pot. And I want to show you our Bonsaiheirloom patent pending pot. This bonsai pot, which is made from yisheng. Look at how nice it is. And I always take pride in saying it rings like a bell, so that it shows you it's a rigid structure, very durable. It's not going to crack easily, break easily. And we have a logo up front. That's nice. But the main feature I want to show you is the 2 holes in the back. And basically, this is an innovation against an ancient art. Bonsai pots traditionally, been the last thousands of years, is a drainage hole in the bottom, which is really good. But it killed a lot of bonsais, at least for us here. When we neglect it one day when the root ball dries out, what happens when you water it, the water just runs right out. It doesn't get absorbed by the root ball. So we come up with an innovation we're applying a patent for, is to put 2 holes in the side, in the back. You can see there are 2 holes. So when you water it, water will actually fill up to here. But that sounds like a lot. It's not, because the bottom is filled with soil. And it would take maybe a couple hours to get absorbed by the root ball, and the air goes in. It would aerate the roots. And then if you plug up the bottom hole, the water will go up to here. You can go away for a week or so for vacation. But if you plug up both holes, we'll provide you the plugs, then the water will get up to here. Again, it's not much water because you're full of soil. And it will allow time for the retained water to absorb the root ball to absorb the water. So that's our new scheme, which I think will save a lot of hassle, a lot of grief in terms of having your tree died on you, because inadvertently the root ball gets dried out. I think it's a viable innovation. Some people are really worried about it, but let me tell you an analogy to make you not worry about it. One other approach you can do is just get a regular bonsai pot with a hole in the bottom, and you can put it in a tub, and you fill it a little bit above the bottom soil line so that it will absorb by the root ball. This is the same. It's just a reverse, putting the retained water inside. And we have 2 patent pending schemes. One is this one with the hose on the side. The other one is with a retainer ring in the bottom, so that there will be water in the bottom, but there will be a drainage hole. So now let me go to show you the repotting aspect of it. So basically, here's a pot, and this pot, the selection is that in Japanese bonsai books, they often will cut it back so that it can fit nicely into the pot. Okay, so we can do that. With a little bit of work, we can do that. And there's one simple rule in art design. I'm not an artist, but is that introduce asymmetry. In this case, you can see the tree is an irregular triangle. This is shorter, this is longer. And the same thing when you place in a bonsai pot, put it a little bit offside. So this side is less than this side. The front is more room to give you the span, especially when you make the green moss. And then you say the other consideration is increasing the depth of view. You don't want a flat tree. You want a tree to be three-dimensionality. They're three-dimensional. So in this case, actually, of course, I like the logo to be up front, but I think it's a better if I twist this tree a little bit. In fact, let me turn around so I have the right front face. So if I twist this a little bit, you can see I have increased the depth. You know, the front to the back is now more. And then I try to put a little bit offside. So that's the orientation I'll do. To recap today's video, I have basically shown you how to quickly prune in the wintertime to see the design of the tree. And in this case, it's a Hokkaido elm with a cork elm that is very desirable corking. And it's about 20 years old, 15, 20 years old from a cutting. And I try to clean up the roots, expose more of the roots to show the age, because as time goes on, the soil gets washed away. And then I talk about orientation induced in whatever possible way, everything asymmetry. Symmetry is less desirable artistic standpoint. And in this case, the front, the side, a little bit more to the back, so expose more of the front, a little bit more to the side, and also to orient it to create a little bit more depth. And that's what you do to optimize the design of your tree. And I think this part, after I clean off the bottom a bit, make it a little bit lower to fit into this pot, I think it will be very appropriate rather than the pot before, which is really huge for growing purposes. With that in mind, I thank you very much for watching. And please click like, subscribe to our channel, tell a friend. We want to expand the bonsai heirloom community. And thank you very much. I'll see you next week.